Hello and welcome back. Before we get into it, sorry for the little wave. Before we get into it, I do want to say we have another name change. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But yes, we indeed do have another name change. I was like, probably not the best socks to wear. I was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of just like a quick decision. The name that I originally had, the Jester Speaks or whatever it was, it it didn't settle well. Like, I don't know, it didn't like I don't know. I kept thinking about the name, so I know that the name didn't settle well. So I just randomly thought of this name, Rising Conversations, and I was like, I kind of like that better, and I just switched it. I just switched it and said, okay, uh, I don't know. I really hope that I'm like feeling well on this one, but that is the name now, Rising Conversations. So welcome back. I know it's been a minute. It's been a week and a half, which I didn't even realize. I was trying to I was trying to match the camera angle with my last video, and then I looked at it and I was like, 12 days, that's more than a week. Sorry, guys. But it's okay. This topic actually explains why it's been a little minute. At least I think it does, but we're going to talk about it anyway because it feels right. So, today's rising conversation is writer's block. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Writer's block. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Well, I didn't finish the sentence. I'm not sure if this is why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling, but we'll see. We're going to start off here with what is writer's block? We're actually, you know what? I'm going to switch it last minute. We're going to start off with what the internet says writer's block is. I did a little, questioning. I didn't do too much questioning. I probably should have got a little deeper because who knows what writer block really means. Right here it says, this is why I think I haven't had writer's block, but we'll see. So right here we have common symptoms of writer's block. Staring at a blank page without knowing how to begin, starting and stopping frequently without finishing anything, feeling frustrated, anxious, or self-critical about writing, having ideas in your head but struggling to express them on paper. Causes can include perfectionism, fear of failure or criticism, burnt out or fatigue, lack of inspiration or direction. I think none of these apply to me. I like we can get a little more deeper into why. Actually, oh no, it's overcome. I don't really care about that. We can get a little more deeper into the internet's explanation of what writer's block is, but from this little description, I think the only one of these that actually, two of them actually are in my experience, if I said that right. Okay, having ideas in your head but struggling to express them on paper. That's one. I think there's been things that I've been thinking and been like, okay, this could make a good like topic, but I just can't. The way that I'm thinking it, I can't put it on paper, so I wouldn't be able to sit here and have a whole conversation with you guys about it. So that's been one of the reasons, and then the other reason, lack of inspiration or direction. I think I think I've been not more so direction, but a lack of inspiration. I don't know what it is lately, but I even wrote it down on the paper and I didn't even realize that. I've been feeling super non-creative. Like I'll try to write in my book or like in my phone I have like a long list of like on the spot podcast ideas. That's what it's called because like if I'm out at work or just out and I think of something and I'm not on my book, so I can't write it down. I just put it in my notes. So I have like a long list of things that I'm going to eventually get to. But every time I sit down and like force myself, first of all, I have to force myself, which isn't a good thing. I think all the all the old topics that I've done where I felt like it actually like the video actually felt good, those topics weren't forced. They were kind of just they kind of just flowed to me and I was like, "Ooh, this is great." And then I wrote it down in my journal and then when I started talking, it kind of just started to flow out and it felt good. So I think that's the first red flag. All of it felt forced. Every time I would like try to write something down or be like, "Okay, maybe we should try to get a video out. Maybe we should try to get a topic down on the paper and like actually written out fully." Every time I force myself to do that, it it doesn't feel right. Like I can't think of different topics. Like the main topic is solid, and I know it is, but I can't think of little subtopics to like keep the conversation going. And I'm not I'm not sure about if it's writer's block that we can call this because I think it's more of a mental thing. I think it was more of a physical and mental thing. I think this also ties to like uh periods of life when you need to relax. Writer's block, it could, correct me if I'm wrong, it could be just a moment of stillness that we try to reject. And I think that's what I haven't been doing. I haven't been rejecting it. I've been accepting it. I haven't been rejecting it. I've been accepting it. I've just been, kind of in my own world, just doing what I can do and what needs to be done. But I haven't been like forcing myself to do what I want to do, if that makes sense. Because the things that I want to do, I like to do them when I feel like doing it. So, and this is one. This is one thing that I like to do when I feel like doing it. So when I get into this mode, well, this is my first time ever experiencing this, obviously, because I've never done anything like this. But when I get into this mode, I kind of just like it's really hard to explain how I feel, but it's like when I try to tell myself, this is when I was rejecting it, like at the beginning, when I was like kind of like forced. Like the last video I put out, I did not like that video at all. It felt very forced, and I kind of just did it because it was a minute, and it's okay. It's already out. I might take it down. Um, I probably am going to take it down. I think I only wanted it up so it can be like, if you look at my page, you're like, oh, he just posted not too long ago. But I get into this mode where I don't, okay, the main thing is I don't want to talk. I don't know what it is. It's about, because I even try to get into prayer and meditation. I try to get into meditation is not as hard, but I try to get into prayer. Like I want to say at least once a day, but like it's really weird. I don't know what it is. It's like I get into these modes where I just don't want to talk. Like talking takes so much energy and I would rather just sit there and be quiet. So when I get into these modes, I don't want to do like it's hard for me to pray because to pray you have to talk. It's hard, it's hard for me to oops. It's hard for me to make these podcasts because I have to literally sit here and talk for at least 30 minutes. It's hard for me to do these certain things when I get into this mode and I don't know. That's why I'm saying like I don't know if it's writer's block because it's not necessarily me trying to be creative. It's more so me having to force myself to do something and it doesn't feel natural. I can't just like today when last night when I thought of this idea, I was gonna make a video today regardless, but it was gonna be a different topic. And last night, this topic that we're talking about now kind of intrigued me. Like I thought of it and I literally like I felt really like happy for some reason. Like, ooh, I finally got a topic and I actually want to talk about it. And I'm excited to actually get up tomorrow early. I was supposed to get up at 5 and do this, but I didn't. And I was so excited to actually get up and do this podcast and talk. And I even sat down for a minute and I like wrote subtop like I wrote little topics. to like keep myself on track. And it felt so natural. But it's not like, well, it is. I guess it is a creativity block because I don't want to, I don't, because I guess in a way I don't want to express myself. Sorry. I thought of something and I was like, ooh, okay, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe it is writer's block, just not hitting every single, not hitting every single was it's not hitting every single point of what writer's block is. I think the point that it's mostly hitting is my lack of creativity. I think creativity is expressing yourself. And I think I get into moments where I lack expressing myself, and that lacks creativity. Guys, we're unlocking something new here. We're unlocking something new here. That okay. That's really that's noted, 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 noted. Well, with that being said, writer's block sucks. I can't write anything and I can't do anything. And I wrote down right here how I feel during this time, and it really sucks. It feels well, I think it sucks because I constantly want to go, 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 go. And when it's finally when it's finally time for me to sit still, it's like I keep resisting it. And I think I've done pretty good the last few days since I've posted the last video, honestly. I think since I posted that video, that calmed my nerves a little bit. It was like, okay, you put something out, Tyler. Now just relax. So I think it calmed my nerves a little bit and I've been doing better. But before that, and I think I still get into it now. I get into modes where I lack expressing myself. And I think that ties to my things that I want to be creative in. I think if I get into a mode before it was like I'm not really doing much with my life. I didn't really like I think the things that I was doing, I wasn't really being creative with it. So when I got into these moments where I lacked expressing myself, it didn't really tie into my life that like bad because I wasn't really being creative in the first place. I was kind of just living life and doing things I hardly wanted to do. So I think with this mostly with this sorry, I pointed at the laptop. With this podcast, I think I force myself to be creative and do and be me. I really like that. I think I force myself to be me and really be creative and have to open up my expressions in my mind and my thoughts and all that stuff. So when I get in these moments where I don't really know why I feel that way. I don't know if it's just a regular human thing and I don't know if it's something that you should just embrace when it does happen or what. But I think it happens too frequently for me. So I'm not sure if that's something I want to embrace. So, and like I was saying, how I feel during this time, I forgot. I feel this, I guess how I feel and how I react is two different things. I think I feel like I don't want to do anything. I feel like I don't want to talk. And normally I don't. I feel like I don't want to get up early. I kind of just want to sleep in every day. Inside, I don't really want to make these videos, but obviously I want to because it makes me happy. And I think the things that make you happy, you're not gonna always feel like doing. Sometimes you're gonna have to force yourself to do it. So I think I get into these modes where I want to be consistent with this and I want to be disciplined with this. So I tell myself, just because you're not in the mood doesn't mean you have to do it. Did I say that right? Oh, no, no, I said that wrong. Sorry. Just because you're not in the mood doesn't mean you don't have to do it. I think I don't know if that's something I should apply or what, but I think with this should be something that just because I don't feel like doing it, I don't have to do it. At first, wanted to do it because it was like be disciplined, but at the same time, it's like I think No, because see, I'm backtracking on that. I feel like I should be disciplined with this. I feel like I should be at least posting once a week. And yeah, I feel like I should be at least posting once a week. But then when you get to these moments where it's like you generally don't feel like doing something for weeks on end, or like 2, 3, 4 weeks, and you're just like, I really don't want to, like, I'm not feeling creative. What do you do in those moments? Do you just force yourself to make the video? But then if I force myself to make the video in something like this, it won't feel authentic. It'll feel like my last video where I'm just like talking and it's really short because I'm kind of just dragging it out. And then at the same time, I kind of reuse that. I didn't know in the moment. I never went back and watched my perception video, so I don't know if I like was like just repeating the same things. But after posting it, I was like in thought, like I did kind of just like basically remake a video. It's shorter. I don't really seem as enthusiastic about it. So why put out such bad art when you're feeling down? But at the same time, it's like if I want to make this a job, I gotta force myself to do it. So that's like a weird silver lining that I don't know how to get around it. Because maybe I should focus more on why I don't feel creative at moments. It's me. The problem is me. I think if I look at it that way, then I think I can get around it a little better. If I figure out the root of the problem, which is why I don't feel creative in certain moments or why I don't want to express myself in certain moments. Wow, I'm really actually like, damn, I'm really figuring something out right now, guys. This is crazy. I don't know why I never looked at it this way, but point of view. Maybe it wasn't a bad video. But yeah, I think that's what I should do. I should get down to the root of the problem. Why do I not feel like I can express myself at certain moments? Or why do I feel like I don't want to express myself at certain moments? That's a good question. Right here, damn, right here I wrote down. Right here I wrote down. Okay. Right here I wrote down, was it writer's block or was I being lazy? Yeah, was it writer's block or was I ignoring slash being lazy? I think it was a little bit of both. I think I had writer's block, so I decided to be lazy. And I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know if I should have pushed through the writer's block, or I don't know if I should have. Honestly, I don't think anything that I did was wrong or anything like that. So I think I handled it correctly. I think I just relaxed. I just stopped, and I'm handling it how it should be handled without me knowing what's happening. But now that I understand that I need to figure out why I get into these moments where I lack expression, I think that would help me be a lot more consistent in this. Maybe. We'll get back to that. So, yeah, what I think writer's block is just lack of expression, lack of creativity. And it might also be a moment of your life where you need to stop. Because I think, well, not I think, I know that there are 100% certainty moments of our lives where we must stop doing what we're doing and just relax or just receive. And I think I hate stopping. I said it 1,000 times. I hate stopping and I think I've always been a giver. I've always been the type to just give, give, give. And I think when the universe wants me to stop and receive, I resist it. But then there's this fine line of receiving and sorry. There's this fine line of receiving and also just like I said, being in a moment of being okay, I don't know how to put this into lacking creativity and receiving. I think I don't know the difference yet when I'm in a moment of life where I need to stop and just start receiving from the universe. Stop making videos, stop doing anything that doesn't mandatorily, that's a word, need to be done. I think I need to just accept accept what that is. We're back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Anyways, okay. Completely forgot where I was, but it's okay. I think with what I said and how I feel, I think that is just right now in this point in my life. I think it's time for me to just lay a little back on these because I get, I think I put too much pressure on myself for nothing. I think I put this mental, I'm trying to find the right word for it. I put this, I don't know. I put this mental pressure on myself to have to be creative in this, and I think that's where it pushes the creativity away. I think when I tell myself, oh, I'm going to make one video a week, I'm going to make two videos a week, I'm going to drop on Thursday, I'm going to do this and that. I think when I tell myself that, it pushes away the creativity and it forces me to like make it feel like a job or something like that. So I think we're going to slow down. We're going to slow down, guys. Now, with that being said, I cannot promise you guys. Honestly, I might be more consistent now. I might be more consistent now than when I actually had a schedule. But I think with everything starting, because I'm about to start, I start school tomorrow. Oh, I'm going back to school, guys. Yeah. And I'm super excited. I'm very, very excited to figure out what I'll learn. I'm very excited for the pressure. I'm excited for the long written papers. I'm excited to learn new things. I'm super excited for it. But I think with that, and then also forcing myself to try to be creative in this, I think I'm gonna ruin this for myself. And I keep pointing at the laptop. I'm gonna ruin this for myself. And I don't want to ruin this because I actually like this. So I think I'm just gonna slow down, stop forcing topics, stop forcing days, and just wake up one morning and be like, okay, I'm feeling it right now, and just make the video. I think that's what we're gonna do from now on. So I can't promise you guys I'll post every week. I can't promise I'll post twice a month. I can't promise that I'll post whenever at any scheduled time. I don't think this is even at a level where I need to worry about that. I think this is at a very fun level right now, and I think I can keep it that way as long as I want it to be at that level. So I think as of right now, I think I'm just gonna slow down on these. I'm not going. So if you see me not post for like a really long time, it's not because I'm going. It's just because I'm working. I'm working. Yeah. And I also think if I start school and I just ease into it and I learn new things and I meet new people and have experiences, I think it'll also be a lot easier for me to be creative because I think the last month has been very laid back and kind of nothingness. I think I haven't really been experiencing crazy things. It's kind of just been like, just chill days like a ride out to a park or something or hiking or ice skating or the regular things that I always do. Nothing really too crazy. So I think that also pushes away creativity when you're living and stagnant and you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. even though it's not necessarily the same exact thing, it kind of is. But I think with this experience, I'll be a little bit more creative, and who knows, I might post fucking 4 times in 1 week or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But I think I need to stop. Sorry, I cuss a lot. I need to stop that. But I think that pushing this pressure off of myself to get videos out will help. And I think I always knew that, but I think I never really said it. And I didn't want to, and I didn't want to just like disappear and like be gone for like 3 weeks and nobody like the people that actually do watch these be like text me and be like, Tyler, why haven't you been posting, bro? Are you leaving YouTube now? Are you leaving fucking are you leaving the podcast along with streaming? Because one of my friends he's like super mad that I'm not streaming and I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry. So like I can't completely disappear and I'm not. I don't plan on completely disappearing. Um I do enjoy these, but I do want to make it very clear that there is no schedule on these. I'm starting school and I think it's going to be a lot and I want to succeed this time. I want to I want to actually succeed in school this time. So I need to have my focus be there and when I do have an idea of the podcast, it's not like I'm sitting there thinking about it for hours or anything. It's kind of just like, oh, it popped into my head, great idea. Write it down and then when I feel it, I get up and I do it. I think I've been forcing a lot of bad topics and bad ideas. Not really bad, but just small topics that I can't really talk on for hours. Or maybe it's not the topics, maybe it's me. I don't know. But I think I need to take that pressure off myself. So, in order to prevent writer's block, I'm going to ease off. I'm going to relax a little. I'm going to work. I was supposed to work today. I was supposed to work today and I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but I forgot to update my badge. A part of me, a part of me did it on purpose. And I feel like if I lose my job, it's my fault. But a part of me wanted wanted it to happen. A part of me wanted to put myself in that position where I'm forced to make some financial thing work out because I just didn't want to be I didn't want to be waking up on anybody else's time anymore. And it kind of annoyed me. It kind of annoyed me that I had to. So a part of me just didn't go because I gotta update my badge to get into the airport, and I did it, and it expired yesterday. And I work today and tomorrow, but the badge office doesn't open till tomorrow, so I won't be able to go in today. And then tomorrow I work really early, so I won't be able to go in tomorrow because the badging office doesn't open until after I have to work, or maybe like midway or something like that. But anyways, a part of me did it on purpose. A part of me just I don't want to work anymore, bro. I don't want to work. Bro, nobody wants to work, bro. Fuck this. Fuck this work life, bro. Like, I think a part of my writer's block came from me working. Like, I wouldn't be making this video right now if I was at work. So, a part of the writer's block definitely came from waking up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, 4 days out of the week, and it's the beginning of the week. It's literally Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are like solid work days where you should be getting work done. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, those are all the days. It's like Thursday, it's like, okay, we're going into the weekend. You can like get some maybe last minute work done or something like that. But then the weekend's there and you're just like, let's fucking go. And then Friday and Saturday is the weekend. So you don't really want to be like waking up early, like on a fucking Friday or Saturday. You want to be sleeping in. So you can imagine how I'm physically exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted because I'm also looking for other jobs, sort of looking for other jobs. I'm not gonna lie, I called like 2 places and then I stopped. They both said they weren't hiring, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm literally about to put this into the universe's hands. I'm done. I'm going to go renew my badge. If they don't fire me for missing, because I've been late a lot. I've been late a lot. So if they don't fire me for missing today and tomorrow, because she did seem kind of mad in the text, she was like, "How did you let this happen? Like you can renew it 60 days before." I was like, "I don't know. It was a mistake. I'm sorry." No, I think I did say it was my fault, but if they don't fire me, then I'll go back there and keep half-assing that job. But if they do, then it's in the universe. Honestly, right now, it's in the universe's hands, bro. Like, I'm gonna try the things that I want to try in. But if I don't want to be in there, if I don't want to be there and I don't want to be doing it, then I'm half-assing it. I'm sorry. It's just, it's not in my interest to give a fuck. So we'll see if I have a job Tuesday. We'll see if I have a job Tuesday. And if I don't really care. I did start school, so one accomplishment out of the way. I'm so happy that I'm like actually starting school, and I'm just happy to be at my computer and just and be typing for hours and learn new things. I don't know why school is so exciting second time around, but it just is. I think it's just because I'm coming back into like more of a college scene, obviously, and it's way more freedom, and I'm actually learning something that I want to learn. But then I don't know. Yeah, I think learning is just different right now. So I think I'm actually excited. But yeah, guys, to prevent writer's block, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to focus on things that need to be focused on. I think this right now is just too much of it's too much of in a fun state for me to put a schedule on it and force it and make sure the quality is 100%, all that great stuff. I would love to. I would love to I would love to schedule this podcast and school, make the right days, sit down and actually like force myself to like come up with topics, come up with creative topics and like be creative. I would love to force myself to be more creative and expressive. But I feel like I feel like I'm at the stage right now where I can't force it. I need to learn why I'm not in the state first. And then once I learn the why, then I can actually apply it and allow myself to be more expressive and creative to be more consistent with this. So I think I'm going to take this point of my life right now and I'm going to go into hermit mode to understand myself more so I can hopefully come back and be more consistent and have better quality with this without forcing myself to do it. And hopefully be at a state where I am able to do it, where I'm able to make this a job and actually put time into it and then also do school. So, yeah, between school and working, this is just going to be way too hard to force myself to do. But I am still going to do it. I'm going to find the time, but we're just going to lean back, lean back. So, yeah, today is the first day of Rising Conversations. We are in a new era. We have been jumping from era to era really quickly recently. I've been learning a lot and I've been changing a lot in the last few months. So a lot is going on. But today is the first video and the first day of Rising Conversations. It is a play on word for rising the consciousness as we speak about the topics that we speak on, depending on what it is. And then it's also a play on for the next conversation, the rising conversation, the conversation that we're going to discuss today. So, with that being said, please subscribe, comment, leave suggestions on how I could help myself be more expressive. Please, I would love to hear you guys. Also, I'm about to be studying psychology, so I'm gonna have hacks and tricks on how to get around these moments of writer's block and lack of expression and all that. So don't worry, it's only getting better. I just need to slow down. Sometimes you need to, hop in the back seat, look out the window, and figure new shit out. So that's where I'm at right now. So yeah, I don't know. I forgot what I was about to say. So yeah, thank you for being here for the first episode of Rising Conversations with Tyler. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you subscribe, like, comment. And in this series, we will be less consistent. We will be less consistent with this series as we start off, obviously. And hopefully, as we move deeper, we rise and we get better. So I think I'm going to keep it here, Rising Conversations. We're just going to sit here and we're just going to relax. And yeah, so Thank you for discussing and listening to today's conversation. Writer's block. I was about to say mental block. Technically the same thing. Writer's block. September 21st. I woke up and listened to September 21st. September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. About it probably played about 10 times, maybe. I just had it on repeat, just playing over and over again. Because I was like, oh, it's the 21st. But yeah. Thank you for listening today on September 21st. Yeah, I'm out of here. See you guys whenever I see you. Bye.